Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Don't make assumptions. Assume nothing. In any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think. And we don't have to say what we want because we assume they're going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know. Bottom line, folks, get rid of the grayness. Keep it black and white. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 42, NASDAQ off 3, S&P's off 1.5. Gold contract down $6.60, trading at $1,672 an ounce. Silver down 41 cents at $31.46 an ounce. Platinum down 15 at $1,720 an ounce. Copper down a penny at $3.73 a pound. Light sweet crude off 81 cents at $95.81 a barrel. Bonds up 2 ticks at 143.19. King Dollar made the move, folks. Up 503 ticks at 80.27. You get a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. Monster volume on the way up, by the way. Euro, 134.01. Yen is at 93.59. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. It was called, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&P, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Cash market, you really have a sideways move. We got down to a price point of $14.98. Bottom line, we're at $15.08. You're still hanging at these highs up here. We did volume, even shorter volume than yesterday, 622 million versus 601 from yesterday. We go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. We have what the Dow is this. Dow's also hanging at the highs, down 42 bucks, but didn't even get to the swing point. So we've been at these highs now 6 days. Bottom line is that I do expect you're going to get another leg down. Why? A sideways move, folks, as you're pushing into highs, you don't want to see 622 million shares. You'd like to see 1.2 billion, 900 million. NASDAQ Composite. We go to the Composite. We take a look at the Composite. Composite also sideways move, hanging at the high out here. We did 1.9 billion versus 2 billion versus the 2.25 billion. It's the 2.5 billion at the 3178 area. And the composite in general was all about Apple. The NDX 100 actually went positive at the end of the day, and what you have with Apple is this. So check this out. So Apple up 13 bucks, and those $13 were done in the last 30 minutes of trading. We went from 455 up to 468. It had made a first run about 4 hours into trading, and what that was about is that you had, excuse me, folks, you had a large hedge funds manager come out and said, okay, listen, there's a couple proposals that have been on the table, number one. This is not news. This is where this gets interesting. But anyway, so what you had is this, is that Icahn, who is a large hedge fund, David Icahn, bottom line, there's a proposal that's on the table, and it's not inside the proposal. There's a number 2, and the number 2 was he was saying this morning that he didn't want it because he thought that you couldn't have preferred shares and enough cash would not come back to Apple shareholders. Well, bottom line, so that's intraday. Well, what ends up happening intraday is then it comes out that he was speaking with Tim Cook yesterday. Stock still wasn't moving. Then what is that? What happens at 20 minutes of 4 Eastern Standard Time? Apple comes out, and Apple says that they are looking at the proposal, and the board is in active talks about getting more cash back to shareholders. Now, what's so cool about this, folks? This was really cool. Well, first off, let's do the volume on it. You did 24 million shares. Well, you're going into 52 million shares. Bottom line, yeah, dead cat bounce, that's it. Now, this is what's really cool. So picture this. If this was Steve Cohen, just so you know, SAC, and SAC come out with that information at 20 minutes before 4 o'clock, what do you think would end up happening? Okay? That's material information. Bottom line. This is a pump and dump, and it's a pump and dump by Tim Cook, by the board. They're struggling, and they're struggling in a big way. you watch how this baby plays out. There's no difference of, bottom line, we'll let it play out. But when you see something like that, stay tuned to it, because I'm telling you, operators, they'll do anything and everything to get it going. And that's what they did. And they did it when the markets opened, which, we'll see whether the SEC wants to give them a phone call. But I can tell you flat out, there's been enough press out there about SAC, what they do, all these other funds, what they do. Bottom line is that was about one of the best pumps I've seen in a long time. And we'll see when the baby's going to get dumped. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go over to the gold market. Now, gold made two runs for it, actually, and couldn't handle it. Now what you have is this, GCJ3. So gold was up this morning, came down hard, tries to go up again, couldn't handle it. We did 173,000 contracts. You closed down $6.80, which is not the end of the world, by the way. What is the problem is that each and every time that you'll basically try to get into a higher high, there's sellers up there, and they're big sellers, folks. Okay, if I put gold up on an intraday basis, I can show you just how hard it gets hit. And we're talking about hit. First time that got hit out here today, we got hit with 18,700 contracts. Well, the whole day it only did 173,000 contracts. Second time, it pops up higher, doesn't have enough juice higher, and, bottom line comes all the way back down. That's just saying, hey, you know what? Gold still wants to go test the lowest swing point out there at the 1627 area. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market. What we have with bonds is this. Bonds today did 495,000 contracts. Good action, folks. They closed flat, but you know what? We got back inside the 143.08, and you have juice behind the move. Bonds are going to be moving on up to this 146.12 area. King dollar, folks. Bottom line, as soon as that ECB decision was made out here this morning, the King dollar went topside in a big way. We did 46,000 contracts. Depending, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for any 38 to 42 is good. 46 is amazing. Okay. If you take a look at it, what King dollar had done even intraday, took out the B point, took it out with velocity, took it out with volume, took it out with all the above. The short-term ABC structure right now on the King dollar is 80.69. Right now we're at 80.27. So you'll continue to see King dollar move higher, gold move lower, S&Ps move lower. Why? Because this King dollar move, folks, when you stop moving like King dollar did today, and we're coming into a Friday, let me tell you something. King dollar can go and go big time. If we go over to the euro, we take a look at the euro. What you have with the euro, she moves down 123 ticks. Now, she's not in the lower range yet. Let's see. Yeah, she is. Okay. This is what she did. Well, let's put it this way. There's two separate ranges in the euro. She's really still not in the lower one. She got inside 134.04, which that sets up that, okay, you can get a run down to 133.02, which is a monster move. That's still another 398 ticks. 131. No, 130. Oh, interesting. No, this can get down there quite a way. Okay, so this move here can get her down to 131, 169. That's huge because we're at 133. So that's where she's heading right now, and we'll see whether she can basically get some support when she gets down to that level. But you can expect high volatility out here. If high volatility is back, folks, that's the bottom line. There's no two ways about it. Some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market still. We had Micron Technologies was down 22. You had Facebook off 40. We had Akamai, AKAM. This stock just got taken apart. Bottom line comes down $6.32, and we're talking about a $40 stock yesterday. Got back inside a lower trading range, and this is going to have some big problems. $27 is the next area that wants to go down and trade into. Some of the large caps out here, we had Caterpillar down $1.59, ExxonMobil was off 97, Oxy down 51, Honeywell was up 45, IBM continues to trade into that gap, that was down $1.28. This is Tom O'Brien, this is TFNN, you stay right there, folks, we're coming right back. We had the Dow finish down 42, NASDAQ off 3.5, S&P's off $1.50, gonna be right back. Bye.